Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this really pretty holiday basket liner, and here it is from the inside. Now the fabric I'm using has a Christmas theme to it, and it also has metallic print on it, so it's shiny and really dressy looking. And then this trim is also a metallic trim, and I got the fabric at Joann's and the trim at Walmart. Okay, let's get started. The very first step is you'll need a tape measure, and what you want to do is measure the diameter going across the basket, and I would go this way and then this way, and whichever is the largest one, that's the measurement you want to go with. And then you're going to add a 1/2 inch. Then, if your basket is narrower at the bottom than at the top, you need to make sure you measure around the area that is the largest. So this one is pretty much straight up and down, but I'm not going to take any chances. So you want to measure all the way around, and then I would add, maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches to that measurement. You want to make sure it's easy to get the fabric around the basket. Now you're going to measure the side. So place your tape measure inside and then bring it up over the top and decide how far down you want it to finish at, and then add a 1/2 inch to that measurement. To make the pattern for the bottom, you want to take some paper that's bigger than the bottom of your basket, and then you're going to fold it in half and press that folded edge and fold it in half again. Then you're going to take that measurement that was the diameter of the bottom, and you added a 1/2 inch to that. You divide that number in half. Mine is 4 1/4 inches when I divide it in half. So you take the 4 1/4 inch mark on your ruler and go out this way and write little lines on there, keeping that 4 1/4 inch mark in the corner, and you keep going all the way around. So you'll have this curved edge right here. Then when you're done, go ahead and cut right on your drawn lines. Then take your pattern and put it on top of your fabric, and then cut around your pattern. Now cut your fabric for the side. So whatever that measurement was that you calculated that went around your basket, and then how much it went up and over the top and down the side, those are the measurements you use to cut your strip of fabric for the side. On only one long edge, fold it over and press it with your iron. Then on the other edge, you want to do a very large basting stitch. And I find when I do an extra large basting stitch, it begins to gather it up just a little bit. And that's kind of what you want. If it doesn't gather up, what you do is you go ahead and take the top thread and you pull on it and then push the fabric to gather. And it's only a slight gather, not very much. Now take the 2 pieces of fabric and you're going to bring it together. So take the edge with your basting stitch in it, bring it to the outer edge of your circle, and place a pin about 1.5 inches from this edge. And you're going to pin it around this edge. So just take your time, and remember, if you need to gather it a little bit here and there, then do so. Now, as you begin to come to where the 2 pieces are coming close together, you might have excess fabric. If you do, that's okay. Overlap your 2 ends and cut the one on top 1/4 inch longer than the piece on the bottom, and then go ahead and trim that off. Then take your 2 ends here, these 2 ends, bring them together, go ahead and pin them together and stitch a 1/4 inch seam along there. And then go ahead and do a 1/4 inch seam all the way around. I highly recommend before you put your trim on that you put the basket liner in the basket. Just make sure it fits. It might be too big or maybe it's a little small. If it's too small, you can always undo that side seam and add a little strip of fabric if you need to. Now you have to decide what trims you want to use. Now this fabric here, the green fabric, has metallic print on it, so it's very shiny. It looks pretty. So that's why I chose this metallic trim. If you want to make one for fall, you can also find some fall fabrics that often will have metallic in it. So you want to make sure that your trim is a little shiny. So it doesn't have to be, but if you can find trim that's a little shiny, it would help. This is 1 inch wide metallic rickrack. If you want to get this kind of rickrack, Walmart used to sell it, but they don't anymore. You can go to Etsy.com or you can go to Amazon.com and look for that. Now this one I got at my local Walmart store. So let me show you how I put this one on. So here it is from the front. This part of the lace is covering the bottom part of the basket liner itself. So it's completely covering that edge. This part here is hanging down. So I'm going to flip it on the back, hopefully you can see. So the first area I stitched was right along here. And then I stitched right along in here. Now this is metallic. I didn't use metallic thread. I went ahead and used a dark beige thread, and you can't really see it. It blended in really nice. If you're going to do the rickrack, you would, because it could curl, you don't want that to happen. I recommend that you stitch along both sides of, both edges of the rickrack. Well, isn't this really pretty? I really like this one. I wanted something kind of glittery a little bit, and it's just a really nice little touch. Now, not only can you use this for yourself, you can use it as a bread basket, or you can even put other decorations inside of it. Use it as a table centerpiece. You can also take it as a hostess gift. You're invited to someone's home for the holiday season. Usually, like if it's a family potluck, they ask you to bring something. So you could bring breads, some wonderful little sweets, wrap them up and put them inside this beautiful basket and present it to the hostess. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and that you try making basket liners. They're so quick. They only take about 10 minutes to make, maybe even less in some cases. If you're interested in other basket liner tutorials that I have, then please check below your YouTube screen in the description section. You just scroll down below till you see the words Show More. Click on that and it will expand open and you will see all of the links appearing. I'll also have a few other beginner sewing projects listed down there. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.